What's up, everybody? And I thought I would come do this review, given that it's about, well, it's going to be on later tonight and everything, but I thought I would come kind of review Impact right now, given that the Overdrive show is going to be happening later on, which I will be watching. I don't know if it'll be a review for it or not, but this card is pretty interesting, and it has been interesting on the show on Impact in general going into Overdrive. I haven't cared much about the Plus pay-per-views in general, but they do add on to the story and everything, and there'd be some interesting things that happen. Then again, hey, I went to Emergence and whatnot, so I had a great time when I went there. But we kick it off with the semifinals of the X Division title tournament, which was Black Taurus and PJ Black. I know we didn't really see the other half of the bracket, given their matches was on the BTI show and everything, which I did not watch. But this was a really good match in general out there between both Taurus and PJ Black. I like this match. It was really good. Pretty hard hitting too, I'll give it that. It ended up with Taurus hitting the the Destination Hellhole for the win. Basically, Dan like a Michinoku driver out there. He got the win, which I kind of expect him to move on to the tournament, which personally, that's my pick to win the X Division title, to beat Trey Miguel, which, yeah, Trey Miguel could win it again, but I feel like they've had the belt on him too many times, and it hasn't really led to anything, to be honest. Even the last time when he was champion, it's like we barely even saw him on TV in general, and he was champion, and he just lost the title, and that was kind of it. But they haven't really done much for him as the champ. I think they need to move Trey Miguel at least maybe to the main event spot, or at least a different feud or something. But I'd rather put more of my money on Black Taurus to win the title, given it's something different and whatnot, especially for Decay. So Taurus is really good. So I can see him winning, Overdrive in the finals of the tournament. Next, we had a contract signing backstage with Josh Alexander and Frankie Kazarian. Both of their wives are there sitting next to them. Tracy Brooks and what's Josh's wife's name? Jen, I believe. Basically, they were sitting there. They both signed a contract. Josh said he respects Kazarian and, was one of the people that inspired him to be a wrestler and whatnot. Basically, we teamed together last week, and it was great. And, I liked him years ago. He's looking forward to this match. Kaz signed and basically says, I'm proud to see the way you carry yourself as a man, as a husband, a father, and a champion and whatnot. And inspired me to cash in on you, Option C, because you had Option C also at the X Division title. So it's my time. And he said he wished it didn't have to be at your expense, Josh, but he's been working on this for a very long time now. Josh said, well, you're not going to win, okay? Because, as champion, because Kaz is champion, you have to understand that disappointment happens, okay? And that happened with you and your family. But next thing you know, Josh's wife cut in, basically said, listen, this man's gone through a lot of hardship. We've had a lot of hardships through over the past year in this company, okay? And, this is not going to phase Josh. He's going to be leaving with the title. Kaz basically said, no one wasn't talking to you, okay? Josh kind of got pissed off defending his wife, and Scott said, all right, just save the match for Overdrive, okay? Kaz says, all right, well, we'll do that. As they both left, as they got outside, then Kaz apologized. Hey, things got tense. Bully Ray shows up with his Call Your Shot trophy, and, got still pissed off talking crap about me and all that. And he said he was happy to see Kaz because not a lot of familiar faces in this locker room. He hadn't seen him in a long time. Bully told him, listen, if you win, I'm going to call his shot straight up. As, Kaz said, okay, yeah, all right. I know, I should trust you. You're going to call it straight down the middle. Okay. Then Bully, basically when it says, yeah, just talk crap like everybody else, but I've changed, okay? Kaz says, hey, it is what it is, all right? Bully Ray wished him good luck and walked away. And Kaz basically, told Josh, hey, you shouldn't be trusting Bully Ray. Which Josh finally got pissed off. Does it matter if I do or don't trust him, okay? Which since everybody in the company has just been walking up in random promos saying, hey, don't trust him. Don't trust him. Don't trust him, okay? I've known this man for 20-some years. I've known this man then. I've worked with him before. Don't trust this man. That's basically what everybody's been saying. And Josh says, he understands mental games happen, and everybody should be prepared if somebody backstab you and whatnot. But, he doesn't like everybody just coming to tell him who he can trust and not trust. Josh basically said, even the right way, it can be a threat also, all right? But, Kaz basically told him, just you don't really want to trust him, all right? Don't trust him. You just can't trust him. Which he put on out Put on out there. All right, so and he says, you know what? You need to ask Tommy Dreamer. He can tell you, but it's not gonna matter because he says he's gonna beat him in Overdrive. Next was a fatal four-way tag team match. The Motor City Machine Guns, Aussie Open, Mahabali Shera and Raj Singh, and Bullet Club, Ace Austin, and Chris Bay. Basically, like I said, fatal four-way tag match. Not a bad match or anything. I don't know what it really led to, but Chris Bay and Ace Austin won, pinning Kyle Fletcher, which, Aussie Open, ever since they got to this company, they've been taking L's ever since. I'm surprised they've taken so many L's, given, this is a team from New Japan, and with, the United Empire with Will Ospreay and all of them. I'm almost surprised Raj Singh or Shearer didn't take the pin, because, we barely see them on TV, and when we do see them on TV, they take L's most of the time. So why have Aussie Open take an L? I don't know. So, I don't know. Pretty strange, if you ask me. Next, Jordan Grace was cutting a promo, talking about it's going to be a last woman standing match, last knockout standing match at Overdrive, which I'm surprised they're doing this match right now, and they didn't really want to wait, given that Masha just returned last week. So, is Masha actually going to win, since we haven't seen her since Bound for Glory? I'm just saying, wow, that was pretty fast to make that match happen. Tasha Steelz went against Taya. Now it's a match here. I know they got the tag match coming up. Taya ended up getting the win and everything at the victory roll, sitting on her. Tasha ended up attacking her from behind. Rosemary tried to get in, but Savannah Evans took her out. They got the upper hand until Jessica came out and basically knocked them both out of the ring as she stood tall with Rosemary and Taya then. So we'll see what happens in that match. Josh went to Tommy Dreamer, talking about Bully Ray, and Dreamer says, let me tell you, I've done this for a long time. I got the scars to prove it. Listen, Bully's attacked my wife, Beulah, and all that stuff, but he's a changed man now, okay? And you can, Josh says, so you trust the guy that attacked you at his own wedding? And Dreamer says, just trust him. He's changed. As he got ready for his match against Steve Macklin in an old school rules match. Basically, it was a hardcore match out there. Dreamer, I think they say he was kind of going back to his gimmick in WWE when he's eating food out the trash can. Pull out takeout food out of a trash and drinking water. It looked really nasty, by the way. And just throwing it in Macklin's face and everything. At one point, he got a table, and one of the fans helped him get the table in the ring, which I've seen this guy before. He's there at every Impact show. He used to be called, the EC3 jacket guy. And I've seen this guy before. He's been, every show for the past 2 years. That's, Impact's #1 fan. But then again, I've seen fans, the same fans continuously show up on Impact every time there's a show happening, which he has traveled with them. I'm surprised he just doesn't work for the company at this point. But, hey, at least they let him do something now, given he's there every show. But he helped him get the table in. Macklin up in the DT, his finisher, onto a whole bunch of tables in the ring, onto Dreamer. After that, he still kept attacking him, was going to concerto him, but Bully Ray came out for the save. Moose came down and attacked then. Josh came out then, and, basically started German suplexing everybody out of the ring, where they had to stare at Bully Ray and stuff, which they both ended up chokeslamming Macklin through the table. Then, Bully and Josh gave back their trophy and title, which Bully Ray held on to the title for a little bit of a minute until he finally handed it back to Josh. So, more tension there, and, when that match ever happens, we'll see where that goes. Next, Masha Slamovich had a sit-down interview, which they did have subtitles, by the way, which Gia asked her, how do you feel about your first loss, which Masha spoke in Russian, talking about Gia's a little girl. Why would you ask such a question? You know nothing about fighting, winning, and losing and stuff, which, by the way, Gia's not understanding any of this. Masha said, you know nothing at all, so why would you ask such a question? Basically says, I've been beating everyone for a year, and you're just going to go asked me a question about one single loss, which Masha told her to forget it. And then, Gia asked her, where have you been for the last month? Masha says, only an idiot would ask that question. Okay? You still know nothing about fighting. And I do what I want. And an Overdrive, she's going to beat Jordan Grace, which they asked her, what do you think is going to happen? And she responded, death. So, at least we got subtitles. That helped with this promo. So, I liked it. Next after that, Laredo Kid went against Rich Swann. Rich Swann won. I don't really have much to say about this match. Rich Swann, I'll be honest, I forget he works there sometime. And I swear to God, I always say this guy has fall off for so long, it's insane. And I thought they probably could have got a longer match. Taylor Wilde, Mickie James was in the back. Mickie didn't like that Taylor came out in her match last week, but Taylor didn't want Deonna Purrazzo to get involved and no interferences and stuff. And she says, I want you to lose on your own merit because I'm going to beat you at Overdrive and end your career from there. As she walked away and as Mickie looked on. In the main event, we got Sami Callihan and Eric Young in a double Jeopardy Death Machine something like match. This basically it was a hardcore match, and good lord, this was brutal. These guys beat the shit out of each other. Okay? And I ain't the biggest fan of every hardcore match, but man, these guys this was bloody. This was like, these guys man, they tried to kill each other out there. I enjoyed it. Crowd enjoyed it too. I ain't the biggest fan of every hardcore match, but this one caught my eye. So, yeah, these guys beat the shit out of each other out there. Just from what? Trash cans, Death Valley drivers on the side of the apron, even a cheese grater, I believe, or a lot of stuff. And these guys are kicking out of each other's finishers. Callihan ended up grabbing Eric Young by the balls. Big Cactus Driver. EY kicked out. And then he started hitting him with several trash can lids to the head. And then hit him with another Cactus Drive and won. So Sami Callihan won from there, which he got to win. Which, like I said, because before this match, Violent by Design attacked him and threw him to the ring. But they didn't come back and help after. But then they sent Violent by Design back out there and just looked at Eric Young, all bloody and stuff. And I'm sitting there like, so they're going to betray him then, right? But it just ended the show on them just looking on. So it's like, why leave on a cliffhanger? Are they going to betray him or not? It's like they looked at him with disappointment now. Like, are they going to kick him out as the leader and then someone else becomes the leader? Because that was interesting at the end, but, like, is he being kicked out of the group? That's the question now. So, I don't know. But it was an interesting way how they ended it, but I think they could have just done it right there and went on from that. But I don't know. But other than that, good go-home show for Impact. Like I said, I'm going to check out that Overdrive show and everything. It's been pretty well built up pretty good and stuff. So I want to see what happens. I don't think Kaz is going to beat Josh anyways, but I am looking forward to see what the match is going to be. And I'm sure it'll be really good in general. But I don't see Kaz beating Josh for the title, okay? But we'll see what happens on Overdrive. But other than that, I'm out of here. I'll see y'all then. Comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, HoodKnight890. Peace out.